I'm a badass. I'm a bad. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm bad.
Got a short fuse attitude that won't lose. When you walk in my shoes, you learn how to follow rules. I'm a badass. I'm sick with the combat, certified where I'm from. The streets all know that. Say a prayer for my enemies, revenge is sweet. And if you're feeling froggy, let me see you leap. Cross that line, why would you wanna test me? React upon reflex, I stay ready. Forget it, understood, I'm just trying to do good. If I could stop and press rewind, I wish I could. Reminisce about my loved ones, I can't explain the feeling. I turn over a new leaf, cure my wounds and heal them. On a straight and narrow road, the road is getting narrow. Got my one eye open with one eye on a sparrow. I'm long overdue, my time is past. I do what I do, I'm a badass, I'm bad.
I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Why, good evening, guys. How are you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Look what I found.
So you can hear me now. Good. So how's it going, guys? Let's see all we got in here. Give me just a second. Hello, Luna. Angie Wolf, hello. How are you, Christine? Stephanie, hello. How are you? Appreciate you guys. I apologize about the live last night. It just wasn't cooperating. My damn internet was messed up. So here I am tonight. I'm good, thank you. I want to let everybody know I am making up some stickers, getting some stickers made. I don't know what. I know two kinds I'm getting made is one, the king of the streets, and one I stand with the king. That's gonna be I'm gonna get have different ones. So my email, if you guys are even on here or whatever, would take and give me some ideas of what this. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what I've been sitting here doing, talking to them about stickers and this and that. So I'm going there too. And I'm going to have one, probably a few made, different names. I've got some ideas I'm not going to say right now, but I'm going to get a few made. And if you got something that you want made, maybe I can make it happen. Um, um, we're going to go over a few things in a minute. I'm going to show you some stuff, but tomorrow night I'm going to be doing a live and be taking this forward as in putting out. I've got to go back through and watch some videos and stuff and get it ready for tomorrow night. It's going to be against predators, and that's what this is going to be about. And tomorrow night, I'm going to be going over. Whenever people is going to get mad at me, I know this, but I've got to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there because if I didn't put it out there, I wouldn't be keeping my word. I wouldn't be keeping for what I stand for. And I'm going to put it out there. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have start a little series of some more videos. And it's on YouTube Predators. And that's exactly what it's called, YouTube Predators. And you're going to hear, I'll put out a trigger warning now. You're going to hear some sick shit, some sick stuff. So, trigger warning. Quiet. My dog over here trying to tire my cords out. Quiet. He likes playing. He's just a pup, my little buddy. But anyways, there's, like I've said many times, predators come in many forms, and whether it be and they use YouTube, they use all kinds of other apps and stuff, of course. But you also got grown men and women that are predators too. It ain't just against kids. It's against men and women. And I watched some videos earlier, and it is sick. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But what I am going to pull up is some of the apps that they like using, and I'll be right back. I'm going to have a guest come on in a minute. I'll be right back.
Makes my homemade stuff look like cherry bombs. Thermite, C4, TNT, high explosive, HE. Is there such thing as low explosive? Well, yes. Son, there is. I mean, the Federalists offer you anything you want. You guys take one case of dynamite? What the hell is this thing for? Might end up in my collection. Hey, got some new equipment for you, gentlemen. Your backup weapon. You handle a firearm? I'll check it out. Shotgun. We're not hunting rabbits down here, Brett. Not shotguns. Double rifles, elephant guns. Wesley Richards 480. 375 inch snake man. Knockdown power being. Treat them well. But hold them good and tight to your shoulder, or I'll break your collarbone. Where's Mrs. Gummer? She don't want to come? Why don't you get this stuff in our truck? Sure, no problem. Look, and I want to thank you for coming out. I'm pretty deep here.
Give me just a second. Turn my screen.
Anyway,
Okay. I don't know if you guys probably won't be able to see these. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. Um, I'm gonna go over some of the names of some of the apps that they use, and it's Facebook, YouTube. I mean, we got it going on right now on YouTube. Hello, John Embassy. Hello, Joan. I'm glad to have you guys. The Meet Me app. Can you hear me? Um, a Meet Me app is a dating social media app that connects people based on location. Users are encouraged to meet in person. See, a predator. Can you guys hear me? I mean, nobody's answering me. Hello. Okay, thank you, sweet Katie. We have it going on. Thank you. Um, this happens everywhere, and it's happening. Like I said, I watched some videos earlier. It's on YouTube, and people that upholds it, you're a sorry excuse. And then you got one called the WhatsApp. That's a messaging app that allows text, video calls, photo sharing, and voicemails with users worldwide. And whenever that means worldwide, you got them from Jamaica, Mexico, I mean, everywhere, Texas, all over the world uses these apps. And then you got Bumble, similar to Tinder, but requires women to make the first contact. See, law enforcement says kids and teens can create fake accounts to falsify our age. That is the truth. And like it just says right here, women, it can happen to women too through YouTube. There's all these apps like that. Live Me, a live streaming app that uses geolocation to share videos. The sheriff's office said users can earn coins to pay minors for photos. So see, they're smart whenever they're into this stuff, and they're looking for women and kids and even men. This happens to men too, and they go on there, and kids they like money and give me. I mean, my kids likes money, but these predators will use that as leverage to talk on men. I know it says that it's for women, but there's kids uses some of these apps too, and it happens all the time. They're all Then you got Grinder, a dating app geared towards LGBTQ community based on user location. That is Grinder, which is like it says, it's for homosexuals. And they use that too. Even that's why the parents needs to take and check their kids' phones and their devices, period. Because I mean, just like I said, just like Grinder, I can go on Grinder. As most of you saw my videos in my intros, I can take Grinder and not put no picture up, and get. I guarantee you, within the nights out, I can get a hit. I promise you. That's how I caught these guys. That's on my intro. Them is real. You got people like Griff saying, give them this and give them that and pay this and pay that. No, motherfucker. That was real. I still got the chat logs, but I will not put no chat logs out for fucking predators like you to entice people and give them ideas. The ideas of fucking these sites are already out there. If you want to know, go on your own fucking site. But I've heard him say, "Oh, give them a cheeseburger. They're homeless." No, Jason wasn't homeless. The guy from the car wash wasn't homeless. The fucking the dude at the park that Ernie and them busted wasn't homeless. He lived probably 2 minutes away, a few minutes away from the park. He walked so many miles. So I like that 3 miles. That's how close he was. 2 to 3 miles is how close he was to the park. Well, guess what? He no longer lives there. And yes, he kept the chat. They kept the chat logs on that. So people's going to say, naysay and say, oh, they're doing this. They're giving them burgers or something. That's one comment, dumb fuck name. But that's not even the truth. See, people like that want you to look down on people that's actually doing something whenever they're doing nothing. So put the attention on them, taking it away from what needs to be put the attention on. And for somebody to say, oh, making up them false claims that they're this and they're doing that, they're like, I'm using him because this is what he said. He said that, oh, give them a burger, they give them a drink, and they pay them. No, we don't fucking pay them. We pay them all right. Pay them to put their fucking shit out there so people will know that they're predators. We put their fucking expose these fucking predators, Griff. I'm talking to you, Griff, because this is what you said. We don't fucking pay nobody. We don't give them fucking burgers. There's so many, and that's what he does. He tries to take all the attention off something good and put on him. And he'll take and turn and twist that and say, oh, he said we pay them. We pay it. He said, do they pay them? No, we fucking don't. Then you got TikTok. A new app popular with kids lets users create and share short videos. Law enforcement said the app has very limited privacy controls. Users can be exposed to cyberbullying, what Griff does because he doesn't, and explicit content. He needs to stop. And that pisses, and you got somebody like Constance trying to, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm doing the right thing and I'm not going to stop. Then you got Snapchat. No, you're right, John. They don't know what they're doing. One called Holla, HOLLA. And I know I'm not going over there and scrolling up and down, but you can Google this yourself. 15 predator um, um, A self-proclaimed addicting video chat app lets users meet people in seconds. Law enforcement said users have seen racial slurs and explicit content. That's just like on WhatsApp or anything else. You can send videos, you can send pictures, you can send this and you can send that. Then you got what they call Calculator Plus. Please say this is one of several apps that are used to hide photos, videos, files, and browser history. That's why parents need to go into their children's things and look at this stuff. If they've got that, you can hide videos and pictures and all the browser history. Then you got what they call Badoo, BADOO, which is called a dating and social media app where users can chat and share photos based on their and videos based on their location. The app is only supposed to be um yeah, that's another one. Kick. That's one I was going to next. Did you catch that? Now, Badoo is only supposed to be for adults, but they've also seen teens create accounts. I mean, they're going to they create accounts. Kick, KIK. Police say kids can bypass traditional text messaging features using this apps. Kick gives users unlimited access to anyone, anywhere, anytime. So that's like a GPS. It can tell a predator basically where your kid is. I mean, it works like a GPS, your location and all that, and your information, and then you go get a predator that knows how to talk and get to kids. They will use that. And then you got one called Whisper, an anonymous social network that lets users share secrets with strangers. Police say it also shows users' locations so people can meet up. See, there's another one. They all basically work like GPS. I'm not sure about WhatsApp, but um, these does. It works like a GPS. That way they can show the location. And then you got Hot or Not. This app lets users rate profiles, check out people in their area, and chat with strangers. Please say the goal of the app is to hook up, and that's what they're out there set out to do is to hook up with kids. And they're looking for the vulnerable ones that gets on these apps. And it's everywhere. And YouTube. Hang on just a second. And like I said, that's what I went over in my last videos. You can hear basically what sick perverts has on their mind by listening at Victor. I'm using him because it's happening. I mean, and tomorrow night we're going to be going over the same videos, not the same videos, but some different videos. And I'm going to do like I always did before, and I'm going to get myself back into this of tearing the live apart, picking it apart and pointing out every little bitty thing. If you don't believe I can do it, I can unprivate all my videos. I've tore Tina's lives apart. I've tore and pointed out that everything, even somebody like Constance that says it ain't good, you don't need to be doing this, I can tear that live apart. And I'm going to get back over on that side. And people says that it's cyberbullying. No, my children, children is going to be protected just like the ones that's probably yours families. I'm going to expose these clowns. And even for the women and the men on here, look at Victor. We've all seen some sick videos of what a predator is. He is prime example of what a predator is. And they can't lie out of it whenever you've got the proof right there in front of you. And no, they don't. They don't need to be, but kids are going to be kids, and it's sickening. It's sad. It's pathetic. Victor is telling lies about their age, and exactly, and that they do that, they'll lie. Victor is telling kids to lie about their age to talk to them. Exactly, that's where it starts out. They do these little videos and of grooming a kid, and we all know what grooming is. Exactly. Grooming begins with, well, I'm going to read what the definition is on here, and then I'm going to give you a little bit more definition, in my opinion. Grooming begins with non-sexual touching, such as accidental or playful touching, desensitizing the child so the child does not resist more sexualized touch. Okay. The offender then exploits the child's curiosity to advance sexual of the interaction. Okay. The way they started on what I have went through, and like I've said in my bus before, um, they would um, start talking nice and grooming and setting up a foundation so they could actually go into what they really wanted. And every time we do this, I've done it. I've told them an age. The age was 15. The one at the park was 14 or 15. And we have told them an age every time. We've even went 2 or 3 times and just to let them know, hey, I'm 15 years old. I'm 14 years old. And I'm not they people can take this and use it against me. I do not care. I can do it tonight if I want to, but I'm going to put that off a little bit and go over some things on YouTube, but I'm setting up because I'm setting up my apps and stuff. And I've told, like Jason, the one in the orange shirt, I told him like 3 or 4 times uh how old I was. And it went on from there. The one from Knoxville that drove up here from Knoxville that wanted a 15-year-old to drive him, I told him my age. I've told him, and as bad as I don't like Tina and Xander, that's one thing they did do right. They've told them the age. Tina had one, and she told him, give him every opportunity to back off. He kept insisting. He kept on. And I don't feel bad for doing this. Call it what you wish. Because if somebody else, if they don't do it, they're going to do something and get away with it. and it's ridiculous. Like it says right here, grooming don't mean it has to be right there. Have to have them right there in front of you. Whenever I'll rephrase that, grooming can be like a predator watching kids at the park. Okay, but grooming can also be through these apps too, by the way they talk, by trying to be nice, trying to offer the kids candy or to meet up, and they'll tell them their age. I mean, it's ridiculous. Grooming don't mean that you have to have them right there in front of you. It happens both ways through these apps and in person. You have the same predators that I've set up. How do you know they ain't at the park trying to talk to kids? How you know they ain't living 2 minutes away from a school or something and out there waiting for that right one to try to groom them? Hey, you want some candy? They get them comfortable. That way they can. That's just like on these apps. They get them comfortable so they'll talk and then they'll strike. Exactly. For anybody to know, to have a feeling and know how to do it, they've done it before. Just like the people that's been at the park. The people that I've got a video of it, the guy that drove from White Pine up to the Waffle House. I don't feel 1 minute guilty. I don't feel an inch guilty about it. And like I said, I don't like Tina and Xander, and we've got our problems, but let me tell you, I know for a fact, like I said, we and Griff has come against this. See, there's people that comes against predators. They say, oh, look at him, well, a predator hunter, or how he talks. Well, it don't matter how I talk as long as I know what I'm doing to expose these clowns. Exactly. They groom them to get them comfortable. And like I said, we tell them our age. We give them several opportunities to do it. You can go watch other people on YouTube and Facebook. I'm on friends with people that does it on Facebook and YouTube. And you'd be surprised, like I said, how many people, lawyers, judges, and I'm just using that as an example. I know PJ Mass just busted somebody that was in office, I believe, not too long ago, and the cops will be called, and that's just the way it's going to work. And you'd be surprised. I don't have to put up no picture. You go on these apps and you'll see their pictures. I don't even have to put up one. I did, but I promise you, you don't have to. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. And that's just some of the apps. And online grooming is when a predator initiates and cultivates a relationship with a child through the internet, culminating in sexual abuse that include taking sexual photos and sending messages. That's why they take and start grooming to get these kids into doing that. And people, your parents, you need to check your kids. They use your kids' apps or anything. They use, like, you can get on the TV with your PlayStations and set up apps and do it. I mean, you can do it. Just check your kids. Go back into there, make sure they don't got these apps. If they do got them, I'm not telling you to make them quit, but check them out. I mean, stay on top of it. And people will say, oh, they shouldn't have it. Well, I'm not telling anybody. I'm looking something up, guys. Give me a minute. Um, and they go to like they usually will watch your playgrounds. Um, hang on a minute, I'm reading. Or in malls. I mean, they're everywhere. Exactly. That's what you got to do, Andrea. I mean, they need to be checked. And and whenever they get them to where they feel comfortable, that's whenever they start. And that's the way we done, and the way I done. Um, I give them every opportunity to quit, but they wouldn't. You'd be surprised at the sexual photos that we'd receive, the sexual messages. Once they thought they was getting the kid protected or groomed um, into a comfortable situation, that's whenever they would try to talk to the kid, like one would take and want me to leave my parents' house and meet them here, meet them there, meet them at the park, all kinds of stuff. And that's how we busted the ones we did right here. They'd walk for, whenever you take somebody that would walk several miles to meet a kid, he's done it before. And I feel no sympathy for somebody that does that, nor will I ever. And the one guy, like I said, he wanted to do drugs with the kid, with a 14, 15-year-old, like speed. I think he said mushrooms, I think he said, and there's just some cocaine, he said. I mean, there's several. The ones that would actually hurt that kid, he offered. And he wanted a 15-year-old to drive him. So check your kids' devices. And whenever they do it, they'll ask you questions about your home life, like such as examples. I'm gonna read something here. Your like if everything's going with mom and dad drinking, or they'll use that to try to make the kid feel good. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I don't drink. I don't do this. Some of them will. And then there's different levels. Some will offer drugs, and some will say, "Oh, we won't argue and fight." And me and my who we don't argue and fight and try to make the kid feel comfortable. Make them feel important, if that makes sense. And they want to make the kid, yeah, that's right, make the kid feel important. Thank you, Andrea. It's all about getting that kid to feel like they're in. Hello, Izzy Pop. Welcome. They want the kids to be comfortable talking to them. They want the kids to be comfortable to make. They may want the kid to feel like they're important. Like if I'm gonna use this as an example, if a mom and dad drinks or mom and dad argues and fights and this and that, well, they'll take that kid, try to use that against the kid. That's what they try to figure out about your home life and different things, so they can make the kid important. I mean, bring them up above, and that's sad. I mean, it's very sad that happens, but it happens. That's just some of the apps that it happens on. And then whenever a kid, they'll try to find out what the kid needs. They'll try to fill the need of the kid. They'll try to take and make that kid like desire to meet them and to talk to them. And pay like they'll also try to connect with the victim like in a bad home. They'll try to connect with the kid like paying. Even this goes for women too. They'll try to make them start giving them compliments and listening to them. They'll try to offer them gifts and all kinds of stuff. And that's whenever you don't let your kid take no gifts from adults unless without them or your protection or your approval. Like electronic devices, like they'll give, and I've heard where they've been given the kids electronic devices so they can connect with them. That happens. You can Google that, and you can Google it. I mean, and that way they can have that, or give them a phone or whatever the case may be, so they can connect with them. So within all that, that goes back to they try to give all that stuff so the kid feels comfortable and desires their attention. Makes them want, oh, he wanted to give me a game. So that kid, oh, he's saying he wanted to give me a game. He's putting that kid's attention on him. See, the predator is using all this to put the attention on him. Boundary testing. They may ask the kids, how closely is your devices monitored? They'll try to deepen the relationship, engage the level of threat the predator's facing, you see. And the reason he or she asked is about the devices being monitored. They try to figure out whether the child would be believed if they tell their parents or not about the relationship. And during this time, the kids, they could become secretive about their online activity. So what parents need to do on that is pay attention to their attitude changes when they're discussing what they do while they're on their devices. I mean, there are ways that you could tell, and that's what they call boundary testing. Exactly, sweet Katie. Like this right here, it says, at this point, the predator will attempt to deepen the relationship and gauge the level of threat he's facing from his parents. That's why he's asking, how closely is your devices monitored? That's why they're trying to figure out whether that kid will tell their parents. That's why they do that. That's why they testing their boundaries. And they got what they call isolating. They'll use like even authority figures will take and put like a judge or a lawyer. They'll take and put theirself because they'll use that office to put theirself higher than the parents of the child, and that's where he takes and establishes himself important above their parents, so the kid will feel like they're more important because he wears a badge or he's in office or he's giving me this device or he's giving me these games. That way he'll feel be important to that kid. And that way he or she can gain the trust of that child completely, convincing them that they share a special bond with, like he give me a game. We got this bond. He likes playing games. He likes this or and they'll look for opportunities to cause emotional distance between the parents, like a way if they drink or they are on drugs, or they'll use that. And then they'll make them think that during this time that they have a special, the kid and the predator will have a special relationship. So if you think something's wrong, isn't right when it comes to your child, the way they act, if you want to check out all their devices, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. And then you got what they call sexualizing. A predator may attempt to meet their victims in person. You got them also that carries their sexual abuse entirely online. That's another stage. You got some that wants to meet in person, that's a predator, then a predator that's online. And that's whenever a predator will start to discuss their sexual explicitity, mentioning sexual activities with the child to desensitize them. Some predators have also been known to show children pictures of minors to make them feel comfortable. And that's abuse. It's a predator. There's no way around it. So you got two kinds. The kind that only does it on the internet, and then you got the ones that wants to meet. And whenever they take and show another child's sexual pictures, child porn, that's getting that child comfortable to make them think that it's okay. You know it's not okay. Check your kid's device. And then whenever they get the child comfortable, they will request videos, and then they'll send their own. A predator will also make them feel like will become controlling. They'll go to great lengths to do whatever it takes to maintain and ensure the child is emotionally dependent on them. In most cases, the offender uses secrecy, blame, even threats of retribution to keep kids from saying anything. Let your kids know, they can come to you whenever, at anything, whenever they are not comfortable with. So I'm going to read these backwards: controlling, sexualizing, isolating, boundary testing, engaging, targeting. That's all stages of what predators do and how they act. And there's some ways you can teach your kids share aware by talking openly. Often, what about sites they're visiting, games they're playing, and people they are chatting with. Creating a family environment where your child feels safe talking about difficult topics. The safer the child feels with a parent, the more likely they are open when they will open up when something bad happens. Monitoring their devices for potential harmful communications. BARC is designed to detect messages that may be inappropriate or indicative of sexual abuse. Our screen time and web filtering features can also help parents and guardians manage how their child accesses the internet. So that's just some of the ways that, and I'll be going over some more of that I mean, it goes just like what we're going to hear tomorrow night. You can take and go back with the videos that I played, and did you catch that played? Okay, Luna. And you guys are welcome to drop links if you want to. And that, you can go back and watch the videos. And tomorrow night, listen to the videos that I'm going to be playing, and you shall uh, choose for yourself. Listen for yourself. Do your homework on the people that I'm going to expose on here. And like I said, I'm going to be setting it up where I can do on live bustes. Exactly. That's why I'm going to go back over these videos where I can tear it apart and point out of where all he's grooming, how he's a talking, his actions. I'm going to do that. And you guys, I've been on here. I was going to have a special guest, but I'll have him on tomorrow night to go over these videos with me. And may even have another one. I may even have a victim come up here real soon. And exactly, sweet Katie. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tire this live in part just to show. And that's why I went over these things. You see, I can take and go back over them, the videos, and be able to pull it out. You see, and that's what I'm going to do. I did it with with Tina and Xander's lies on their lies about me whenever they done lives. I took them their videos, I dissected it, tore it apart, and pointed out every lie. And then with behind that pointing out, I proved that they was lies. So you guys, I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna go over to another chat. Check out the den. And everything. So you guys want to tip me, that's fine. If you don't, fine. But I will appreciate it. Everything I get will be used for my needs for the moment. But I mean, even to keep the channel going. And I appreciate everyone that's watched. I know there's people watching that ain't even on in my numbers. I know there's people who watching, but that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys. Exactly. I do need glasses. Thank you, Andrea. You want to do there's my PayPal, Dixie Daddy 2020 at gmail.com. My Venmo is all lowercase, Jamie Berryhill at Jamie-Berryhill-6, as you can see on my screen. $, Dixie B Dad, all lowercase. That's my cash app. And that's why I went over some of these tonight and read what I read. So tomorrow night, I will be looking at it again, but I'll know and show and point out what and how they're grooming. So you guys have a good night. See you guys tomorrow night.